your boy JD Slides here. We got another install today. I haven't posted in a while. Got a whole different ass car. I used to have the blue one. Did all the install videos for you guys on the blue one. Now I got this one. In the process of changing a couple different things on it. I haven't exposed it on IG yet, but I got a new rear bumper, a new front bumper, and new rims, carbony design wheels, rims, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Today, right now, I'm going to be installing my Hotchkiss sway bars and Voodoo 13 and links. Nice pretty red bars with the little Hotchkiss stamp right there. So I'll be showing you guys how to do that today. The Voodoo 13 and links. Pretty beefy. These are the front. Got like this solid design right here with the adjustability on the back. Then here are the rear links. Same thing. Adjustable by loosening these bolts, twisting this one, and it opens and closes. So to start, here are the front sway bar end links. Let me focus the camera real quick. Those are the end links that I'm replacing, and it attaches to the sway bar right there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts that hold the top cover on, and then there's a second mount. I don't know if I have to take the second mount off yet. Pretty sure it just stays mounted on there and you put the bushing in between the two. And then the other end link right there. Zoom to the back real quick. This one might be a little tricky. I might have to take the Tomei tip off, or if I can. Okay, so to start off, you have this one right here for the sway bar end link. It is a 17. And you don't, if you're gonna do what I'm doing, which is replacing both of them, you don't have to take the inside one out because it's gonna come off with the old sway bar. So start off by needing a bigger gun. There we go. The big one out. That pops out like that. Just let it hang. Go do the other side, just the same. See if I can zoom you out. See both of them. There goes those. Pop that bitch. Then the other ones are 14 mils, actually holding the sway bar to the mount. So since that first one was so tight, I just swapped out to the half-inch extension, getting the half-inch 14 mil. One in on each side just to get it where it stays up there. 3. I'll zoom in on this side for you guys so you can see which ones I'm taking off. That one. That one. Alright, now I'm gonna take the third one out, which is the last one, and I'll see if I have to take that bracket off too or not. But you can see it's already loose. Sway bar is ready to come down. Bend down. And let it rest on the lower control arm like that. Go to the other side and do the same thing, and once you get it off of the control arm, it should just come completely out. Right there. Press the button. Drop the bolt so you can find it. Go, wiggle it out. And there's your old sway bar. I'll take you guys off the camera and show you why I'm replacing it. Alright, so we have the old bar, old end links. You can just see how much play there is in that. It's like a floppy fucking, you know what it is. So here's the other brackets. And I'm guessing I don't have to take the other ones off. I could just, look at that. What the fuck? Old, blown out, literally just broke in half. No bueno. So this bar is 1 millimeter thicker than this one, so it'll give me a little bit more stiffness. It has more adjustability than this one, so I can go from stiff to soft. Hole closest to the bar is stiffest, and the farther you go out is the softer it gets. So let's check this bushing out. See what this one looks like. Same fucking thing. Oh, this one was worse. Look at that. Just completely cracked and blown out. Alright, let's get that new one in. Put you guys back on the stand. Alright, so you have your new sway bar bushings right here. These are the thick ones. The back ones come with a little bracket on it. Comes with little packets of grease too, so you can fill up the inside and grease them up. I already greased this one up. Then you just pop it right onto the sway bar. Has a little mouth that opens. Pop it right on like that on the outside of the sway bar. You can see the little notch that stops it from going any farther in. You want it on the outside of that. So we'll do that to both. Pop them on. And then I'm going to put the sway bar on, do all the adjustments on the end links, and then throw them on. So let me position the camera up so you can see me put the sway bar in. Alright, so I got the brackets on the new sway bar, got the bushings on, and I'm going to throw it in. Just putting those two same nuts that I left on so it could stay in place on. And then I'll hold the rest in. Hold it in the middle, get a bolt on, belt started, it's good. I dropped the bolt, I'm an idiot, but it's good. There it is. Do that. Yeah, just get the other bolts. 14th. I always pre-start the bolt. That way you don't strip it. That way it's all even pressure, even alignment, even this, even that. That's the sway bar in. Now, I will show you how to adjust the end links to size for the stock ones. Okay, so for these Voodoo 13 front sub links, end links, I did have to take off my end link just because I want to get it pretty dead on. The thicker part right here goes to the sway bar, and the swivel part goes to the control arm. So you pretty much want to remember which goes to which this little notched part grabs onto the sway bar, and then this little thick part goes to the control arm. So in that case, you want to adjust this to be as dead on as this as you want until you go to an alignment shop. Then they can get it pretty dead on. But in order to do that, I have to take it apart. So get that bolt off, slide it out, and carefully, with remembering what side goes where, take these little spacers out. I could just leave that one down, but I wanted this one out. And then you pretty much just eyeball it, line it up at the best you can. So right now it looks like it's too tall. Right there, looks good. You can see it matches up with the middle of the other end link. So there it is. So you got the thick part bolted to the sway bar, and you want the big cone going to the sway bar. Same thing with the control arm. Let's see if I can get this angle, go on this other side. Can't really see it, but there's a big cone on the bottom sway bar, link 2. You want that to touch the control arm. I haven't tightened anything yet. I'm just setting it in there to show you guys. And I'm going to measure and get the other one set up, and I'll zoom in and show you guys how to put it in on the other one. There's the sway bar end link, measured out to the other OEM one. Here's how you install it. So since I'm running it as a drift car, I'm going for the stiffest possible suspension feeling I can go for. So you slide that part into the lower control arm. Slide that one into the one closest to the sway bar. Put the bolts on, and it's in. Tighten the bolts to the torque spec that the instructions tell you, which is 50 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm gonna go ahead, tighten those in, snug them up, make sure everything's aligned properly, and then I'll go through and we'll do the rear one. So for the rear sway bar end links, I'm gonna take the top bolt out and this bolt out. You take those two out, and that'll drop down the sway bar. Alright, so the top sway bar bolt is a 14 millimeter. Pull that bit off right here. To the ground. Gonna pop the other one out too. Okay, so the top part of the sway bars are off. I'm pretty sure I gotta take the bottom parts off too, because the sway bar kind of like swivels into the exhaust right here. pop those too. Sway bars are out, or the end links are out. Alright, so I kind of jumped ahead. I already measured out the new Voodoo 13 sway bar end links to size. I haven't gotten the old sway bar out yet. I have one side unbolted. Let me take you off the stand. You have those bolts taken out. I need to take the other two out and then see if I can wiggle it out from the exhaust. So I'm gonna put you guys back on the stand and have you guys see if I can do that. It's not gonna work. I gotta take the exhaust off. I'm gonna take the exhaust off and I'll be right back to you guys. So I took the exhaust off and the sway bar literally just fell off with it. So we'll get the new bar in, slide it up on the mount, up over the other arm, onto the mount. Just get a bolt started on this one so I can work with the other side. So get those started so they don't fall out on me. Put that up and over the arm. Put these ones in here too. Get your 14mm socket. Put them in place. Go back with the torque wrench and get them on torque spec. These ones are 40 foot-pounds on the back. So, with the sway bar on, you can come and take off the bolt right here, move it, and put it in whatever hole you want for your stiffness. So I'm gonna go with the one closest to the bar because that's the stiffest. So I'm gonna do that on both sides and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I ran into an issue, so I just went ahead and finished it by myself. Too frustrating to do it on camera. You got the sway bar in Lincoln to the proper adjustment. It's all tight and in there. Sway bar in there, it's greased. Goes up and over the exhaust right there. The issue that I was having was right in here. I've seen on the forums that a couple other people are having the same issue with the setup that I'm running. I guess the SPL solid bushings make it to where the differential cap comes down farther and it'll hit the Hotchkiss sway bar right there. You can see where I grinded it down so it clears it. So I had to do that and adjust the end links a little bit past OEM spec to make it to where it sits flush. But that's it. That's how you install the sway bars. I'll get at you guys later. Have a good one.